Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the wild world of animal revenge stories. You won't believe how some animals have turned the tables on humans. From the depths of the ocean to the savannah's dusty plains, the animal kingdom holds creatures capable of cunning, intelligence, and an astonishing capacity for retribution. Join us as we journey across the globe to uncover these incredible tales of the wild, where the hunter becomes the hunted, and nature demonstrates its intricate balance of power. Revenge. It is a dish best served cold, so the saying goes, and while often considered a human emotion driven by complex thoughts and feelings, it seems the animal kingdom, too, has its own form of payback. For millennia, animals have been at the mercy of humankind, hunted for sport, poached for profit, their habitats destroyed, their families torn apart. But some animals, it seems, have learned to fight back, remembering those who have wronged them and exacting their own form of justice. These aren't just random acts of aggression, these are calculated, deliberate acts, driven by a force as old as time itself. Survival. The animal kingdom operates on a delicate balance, and when that balance is disrupted, nature finds a way to restore it. Today, we explore the remarkable and sometimes unsettling stories of animal retribution, where the line between instinct and calculated revenge becomes blurred. These stories will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about the creatures we share this planet with. We begin our journey in the heart of Africa, where an elephant's memory proves to be its most potent weapon. The African bush elephant, a majestic giant, roams the savannah, its ancient wisdom etched into every wrinkle of its thick hide. These gentle giants, known for their tight-knit family bonds and remarkable intelligence, are sadly no strangers to human cruelty. Poaching, driven by the insatiable demand for ivory, has decimated elephant populations, leaving behind a trail of orphaned calves and traumatized herds. But some elephants, it seems, have not forgotten the scent of their tormentors. Deep in Kenya's Tsavo National Park, a chilling tale unfolds. A group of poachers, notorious for their brutal efficiency, had been operating in the area, leaving a trail of carnage in their wake. One day the poachers encountered a lone bull elephant, its tusks long and straight, a prize too tempting to resist. They took aim, their shots echoing through the savannah, felling the magnificent creature. But what they didn't know was that this elephant was no ordinary bull. It was the patriarch of a large family group, a leader respected and revered. And the matriarch, the true leader of the herd, witnessed the entire ordeal, her eyes burning with silent fury. Weeks later, the poachers returned to the same area, unaware of the danger that awaited them. The matriarch, her memory as sharp as the thorns on the acacia trees, had been waiting. Chapter 3. The Crow's Target. Our next story takes us from the vast plains of Africa to the bustling streets of a North American city, where a seemingly ordinary crow becomes an unlikely agent of revenge. Crows are highly intelligent creatures, known for their problem-solving abilities and remarkable memories. They live in complex social groups and have an uncanny ability to recognize faces even after long periods. One particular crow, let's call him Corvus, had made his home in a busy city park, scavenging for scraps and observing the human world around him. Corvus, like many of his kind, had a mischievous streak, often swooping down to snatch food from unsuspecting parkgoers. One day, Corvus's playful antics took a turn for the worse. A young man, irritated by the crow's persistence, lashed out, striking Corvus with his jacket and sending the bird tumbling to the ground. Shaken but unharmed, Corvus remembered the man's face. His piercing blue eyes seared into the crow's memory. What followed was a series of seemingly random attacks, the crow swooping down from nowhere, targeting the young man with unerring accuracy. At first, it was just a nuisance, the crow pulling at the man's hair, pecking at his head. But the attacks became more frequent, more aggressive, the crow's sharp beak drawing blood. The young man, plagued by the relentless crow, became a prisoner in his own home, afraid to leave for fear of another aerial assault. Word spread through the neighborhood of the man and the vengeful crow, a cautionary tale whispered on street corners. Had Corvus, the mischievous crow, become something more sinister? Or was this simply nature's way of reminding us that even the smallest of creatures deserve our respect? We leave the city now, our journey taking us to the ocean's depths, where a dolphin's playful nature masks a capacity for calculated retribution. Chapter 4. The Dolphin's Payback. Dolphins, those smiling ambassadors of the sea, are often seen as symbols of joy and intelligence. Their playful antics and complex communication skills have captivated humans for centuries. But beneath their seemingly gentle exterior lies a creature capable of surprising strength and, as our next story reveals, a thirst for vengeance. In a marine park in Florida, a young dolphin named Echo found himself the star attraction. Captured from the wild, Echo was forced to perform tricks for cheering crowds, his every move controlled by his trainers. One trainer, a man named Jake, was particularly cruel to Echo. He would withhold food, push the dolphin beyond its limits, and punish any sign of resistance with a sharp blow from his training stick. Echo, trapped in his artificial world, endured the abuse, his spirit slowly breaking, but deep down a flicker of defiance remained, fueled by the memory of freedom and the pain inflicted upon him. One day, during a routine performance, something snapped in Echo. As Jake approached the edge of the pool, a cruel smirk on his face, Echo saw his chance. With lightning speed, the dolphin shot out of the water, his powerful snout connecting with Jake's chest with bone-crunching force. The crowd gasped, their cheers turning to screams as Jake tumbled into the water, his body limp and lifeless. The other trainers rushed to his aid, but it was too late. Echo had exacted his revenge. The once playful dolphin transformed into an instrument of retribution. The incident sent shockwaves through the marine park industry, a stark reminder that wild animals, no matter how intelligent or seemingly docile, are not meant to be kept captive for human amusement. From the ocean depths, we return to land, our final story taking us to a seemingly ordinary home, where a cat's quiet patience masks a cunning plan for revenge. Chapter 5. The Cat's Retribution. Cats, with their enigmatic gazes and independent spirits, have long been believed to possess a mystical air. Their ability to move from affectionate companion to aloof observer in the blink of an eye has both intrigued and unnerved humans for centuries. But beneath their velvety paws and purring contentment, a darker side can lurk, as our final story reveals. In a quiet suburban home, a sleek black cat named Midnight shared his life with an elderly woman named Mrs. Jenkins. Mrs. Jenkins, once a lively soul, had become increasingly reclusive, her only companion the silent feline who shared her home. Midnight, devoted to his routine, found solace in the predictability of his days. He enjoyed his meals at precisely the same time, expected his head scratches with unwavering consistency, and tolerated Mrs. Jenkins's occasional lapses in affection with feline indifference. One day, a young couple moved in next door, their arrival heralded by the cacophony of barking dogs and the incessant shrieking of children's toys. Midnight, his peaceful existence shattered, watched from the window, his emerald eyes narrowed, his tail twitching with displeasure. The children, oblivious to the simmering rage building in the heart of the feline observer, took particular delight in tormenting Midnight. They would chase him through the garden, pelt him with water bombs, and taunt him with feathery cat toys, their laughter echoing through the once tranquil neighborhood. Midnight, his patience pushed to the limit, decided enough was enough. He would teach these interlopers a lesson they wouldn't soon forget. His plan, hatched in the quiet hours of the night, was as simple as it was ingenious. Each day, Midnight would stealthily make his way into the family's home, leaving behind a trail of chaos in his wake. He shredded their furniture, leaving behind a trail of black fur and the faint scent of catnip. He knocked over their prized possessions, sending vases and picture frames crashing to the floor. He even managed to rewire their television, transforming their favorite shows into a flickering mess of static. The family, baffled by the seemingly random acts of destruction, blamed each other. Their once happy home transformed into a battleground of accusations and suspicion. Little did they know that the true culprit was a silent, vengeful feline, watching their every move from the shadows. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these wild tales, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing animal stories. See you next time. As we've journeyed through these incredible tales of animal revenge, one thing remains clear. The animal kingdom operates on a delicate balance. When humans disrupt that balance, whether through cruelty, greed, or simple disregard for the natural world, the consequences can be both unexpected and unsettling. These stories serve as a powerful reminder that we share this planet with creatures capable of astonishing intelligence, complex emotions, and a deep-seated desire for survival. Let us strive to coexist peacefully with the natural world, respecting the boundaries between our species and remembering that even the smallest of creatures deserve our compassion and understanding.